Owen, if you were to get, let's not even say $450 million right now. If you were to get handed $45 million in 1 year,
Yeah.
what would you do?
Just in general?
Yeah, what would you do? What would be the first thing you would do?
Obviously.
First thing. Legitimately, let's say you win the lottery tonight. What would you do?
I'm struggling to think if, like, right now,
Yes.
first thing I would do, the very first thing.
The first thing ever. Well, technically, the first thing anybody should do, call your financial advisor.
Yeah, I was gonna
Get a
say.
financial advisor or a lawyer. First thing you should do.
Probably call my
After that.
I'd probably call my dad, honestly. My dad's.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Over the mom?
Yeah. Call my dad.
I'm clipping that. I'm sending that to @Stephanie Dahm on Twitter. That's crazy.
Funny. So I call my dad, tell him, my dad probably like, don't fucking tell anybody. And I would get a financial guy for sure. And I invest a whole bunch. I'd obviously be taking the lump sum, as everyone should do, because if you don't take the lump sum, your money will be worth less over time with inflation.
It will depreciate. As somebody who used to get the
So
McDonald's burrito breakfast meal for $5 and now it's fucking $10.
But I mean, obviously that's not the real question. The real question is, like, what's the first thing you would buy? Probably a car.
A car, you think?
Yeah, I get a new car.
I guess the issue
Well,
is
with cash, of course. And then I'd probably get a house. I'd probably buy a house as well.
I think I would simply kill myself with alcohol and drugs.
It's...
A big shout out, Chandler ! On Spotify for this funky groovy beat. Welcome everybody back to another episode of Dahm. That's true, of course. I'm your host of the most true, the Steam Machine Steen. As always, I'm joined by the bomb, Owen Dahm. Welcome everybody back in.
Hey.
Episode, man.
Yes.
Yeah. My life is like a whirlwind right now, honestly. I wish I was caught up. I wish I was like on top of it. I'm hoping to get back on top of a lot of things. I was so on top of this stuff for so long. And then I had to study for my engineering exam and take it, and I'm still fucking waiting for results for that. And then I will be back.
We are on episode 140.
140. Oh, fair enough. Episode 140 of Dahm. That's true.
We are rapidly approaching 3 seasons
Woo!
of DTT.
Rapidly is, 16 more weeks. So
It's pretty. Still.
3.5 more months.
That's not far away.
It's not close though.
Yeah, but in 3.5 months, the NFL season and Premier League season start up again.
We'll be in prime. I'm like, I want to do YouTube content, honestly, and I'm like, I just want to rant about things. Maybe, I don't know. Would you watch that? Would you watch a rant of a YouTube video that I did? I know you wouldn't. But
I mean, it depends.
I appreciate you lying.
It depends.
Lie to me real quick.
I mean, Truman, I watched an hour-long video on, you know what an iceberg is? Like, not as a physical thing, but like as
the iceberg explained. The Dahm That's True iceberg explained.
I watched it.
On top would be that me and Owen are friends and that we went to K-State. As you got deeper, you'd get into the beast with the least.
Yes,
Yeah. Aaron being a Panthers fan. Aaron is like halfway down the iceberg. Yeah.
I watched an hour and 10-minute long iceberg on RuneScape conspiracies.
Bro, I watched like Marvel. I don't watch as many since I'm not in the office right now. So like I listen to more of this, like, because it's essentially like a podcast. Sorry for the scooting mic, by the way. It's essentially like a podcast,
but it's like
in a
conspiracy
way.
theories on a YouTube channel.
Yeah, well, it's like Marvel film theories, which
That's
is
fine.
Even,
I literally listen to League of Legends lore on YouTube in the same way.
It's like, here's why this person showing up in the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer is going to be a big deal, and it's and it's like, here's the background for this character, and so then I can tell Tina and be like, oh my god, it's this fucking guy.
It's stuff that like like outside of like 60 total seconds over this 25-minute YouTube video that you actually need to like watch.
Right, we're like,
you can just listen to it.
Exactly. So I like listened to it, but I was listening to those, and then all of a sudden it started to play a video, and the guy actually had a pretty good like intro to it. And I listened to like the first like 15 to 20 minutes of this video is about why Doctor Who is bad. Or no, it's why the Sherlock TV show is bad.
Interesting.
And I listen to like the first 10 to 15 minutes because like, okay, like normally these videos that I watch are like 15 to 30 minutes long, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't watch, I just listen to them, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, cool, I'm going to listen to this. And I like checked in on my phone after like 15 minutes, and the video was like 2.5 hours long. And I was like, okay, I'm not listening to all this.
2.5.
Listen, and this is funny. As somebody who puts out a video podcast onto YouTube that is normally longer than an hour, I'm not watching anything that's over 40 minutes. I like, if I see that, I'd be like, no shot.
I mean,
as somebody who does that, we're doing that right now.
Sure, but
anybody who's listening on Spotify, guess what? It's also on YouTube, and it's the same link.
well, I mean, but like I said, sometimes people like prefer YouTube over Spotify, and you still listen. Like I said, I mean, like with the iceberg video, I did not watch that. I listened to it in the car.
Right. And again, I think when football season hits this fall, I think we are going to look at Dahm That's True, and I think there are some things that might change. I think because, number one, overall, I think now that I have a basement that I can set up to have like we can watch the game down there, we could stream our like live reaction watching the game with like Evan and Aaron. And because I've heard people, it's like, oh, I wish I could see like, like Chase, like Home Run Chase or guys like that, or like,
Yeah.
I wish I could see how you guys reacted to that game.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a popular Tottenham guy that does that.
Right.
Yeah, and you just, you get your camera on yourself, your green screen with stuff in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's literally just you watching the game. And
right, and it would be us like 5 or 6, and then afterwards I would like to record like a 30-minute just like Chiefs reaction podcast. And then when we record like the next day on Monday when we do Grub Buds, we would only do like 45 minutes, but it would be like more NFL. So that way we'd almost separate the Chiefs content into one episode and the NFL.
Yeah, that's kind of one of the sports podcasts I listen to does. They do a instant reaction to Tottenham stuff.
Right.
By the way, if you are any % at all interested in Tottenham soccer, definitely go look at The Last Word on Spurs. They are an incredible podcast.
But yeah, I think we could absolutely do a Homer episode and a national episode every week. And I don't think it would be, we would just record like 30 minutes directly after the game when our thoughts are really fresh. And that way we can release it on Mondays when like everybody's trying to get their hot takes out there. Our hot takes drop on Monday, which would be great.
You would have hot takes when we lose to another AFC South team.
Exactly. So then we'd have Hot Take Monday. We'd have Homer Monday. Then we'd have Two Fat Guys in Dream Tuesday. Dahm That's True Wednesday. Grub Buds Thursday, and there's talk about what's going to happen with Grub Buds, where that might split into 2, and then you have Grub Buds Thursday and Friday. So
that's wild.
And all that would just be from recording.
I'll definitely tell you though that I'd like to re-inform the class that I said the Chiefs were fine throughout the year, and then they ended up being absolutely fine.
They're fine. But what we do here is we fucking entertain, Owen.
I'm entertaining. I don't know about you.
No, shut the fuck up. I'm going to fuck you up.
We've had 2
I'm entertaining.
Hey, sometimes I'm wrong. It's fine.
You're wrong.
I was pretty right about the topic we're about to discuss.
All right. Today we're here to... I actually posed a question on my Twitter, and it got, so many interactions. I mean, so many people responded to it. Let me just... I want to pull this up.
I'll pull it up, too.
Let's just pull it up.
I do have your
one person responded. It got 1 like, and 1 person responded to it. We really appreciate... Zachary for responding to that. I asked today, I said, has Patrick Mahomes already paid off his contract? Which is not what you're about to get into. You are going to go off on a tangent.
I'm a professional sports hater, Truman.
I would like you to go off on your tangent first, and then I will peel you back. I think what you have to present for us today is a good start.
Sure.
But
okay.
All right.
So
Owen.
as you guys all well know, I'm about a 67% real. 40% real Lamar hater.
Authentic.
Yeah.
Authentic.
So 40% of my
Jackson
thoughts
hater.
to Lamar is a real dislike of the quarterback style and the team.
Sorry,
the Baltimore Ravens.
I can fix it. Hold on. racism.
No, it's not. It's racism. I'm about 60% joking when I clown Lamar. The other 40% is me actually believing he's really not that good.
What he's saying is inside Owen, there's two wolves.
And they're kissing.
They're kissing. Ooh, you're gay. You got gay wolves.
Yeah. But yeah, so I love to clown Lamar. And this is real, though. I truly do believe his current contract is terrible, and it's going to murder the Ravens.
It won't
in
murder
3
the
years,
Ravens.
it's going to have a $72 million dead cap hit.
Okay.
That is insane. That's like a quarter of all of their salaries.
You're going to make me pull it up.
Look.
You're going to make me pull it up. Hold on. We'll pull up. Again, I would recommend everybody, it's much easier for us to track our numbers if you guys watch on YouTube. But I do appreciate everybody who watches on Spotify also. You know, you guys are really
Spotify
VOG.
listeners.
You can tell people you were there
People
before.
who listen on the way to work, we salute you.
But people who watch on YouTube get to see me fucking move around my shit right now, and I cannot figure out. Hey, ignore that weird news PowerPoint in the background as I try to figure out how to move around Google Chrome. Okay, so here's a Lamar Jackson.
I'm telling you.
And I want to do
because the average salary per year is like 32.
Because I think there's three ways. There's basically three ways to look at each of these contracts that everybody has to solve. And I think Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson is actually a great example of these three contracts.
They're all different.
They're absolutely all different. So obviously Lamar Jackson got paid.
Hello.
Lamar Jackson is the highest paid quarterback in AAV. That is a term that you'll see us use in the future here. But Lamar Jackson got paid. He got a 5-year deal. For 5 years, $260 million. Yes, $52 million AAV, average annual value. But how you do the cap hits can always vary. So Lamar Jackson, first year, $22 million cap hit. Next year, $33 million cap hit. Next year, $45.5 million cap hit. Last 2 years, $74.5.
Look at the dead cap, though. That's wild.
Dead cap, because he's got to pay. Well, they had to pay him his signing bonus or his guaranteed money this year, so that's $135, and then, so, or it's like if you were to cut him, that's how much would be left on it. Right. So that's actually not. So obviously he's probably going to restructure these last 2 years. Basically, those first 3 years are guaranteed.
Yep. With cap hits of $22 million, $33 million, and $43.5. With 2026 and 2027 being $74.5 million cap hit.
We'll never see it. They quite simply will never see it.
Probably not. No, this certainly they're going to restructure.
But this proves the point. So now let's take a look at Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, everybody knows Patrick Mahomes got signed for 10 years.
Yep.
Patrick Mahomes does not have cap hits outside of those 10 years that he's getting that contract. There is a lot of talk about how long the contract is, but they kind of get to just stretch that out over the years. And so Mahomes this year will have a 39.6 mil, 46.6, 48.6, 44.4, 62.4, 44.5, 45, 50.5, and 52.5. Those are his cap hits for the next. Yeah. So he's never under $40 million after this year.
Yep.
And this year he's at
39.7.
39.7.
Yeah.
And in the future, he's, in the highest he'll ever get, he'll have 1 year that's over a $60 million cap hit.
Yep.
So, but that's 10 years deal, right? Mm-hmm. And Mahomes will probably get restructured, and they're going to restructure this and spread this out.
Signing bonus, that, blah, blah.
And so what I think is very interesting is a lot of people praise Jalen Hurts' contract. But because Jalen Hurts never has a huge cap hit. But let's look at the Jalen Hurts contract, because I found this very interesting, and I was wondering because people posted the cap numbers, and people were like, "This is black magic. How did they get this done?" Because they only posted the first 5 years, or they only posted 3 to 5 years on how this would get done. Jalen Hurts' cap hit this year will be $6.1 million or $6.2 million. Next year, $13.6 million. Year after that, $21.8. The year after that, $31.8. The year after that, $45.8, and the year after that, $54.1. Those are his 5 years. Those are the cap hits for his 5 years. But what people are forgetting, that is like, people are like, wow, those are the cap hits. The first 3 years is $6 million, 13.5, and then 21.8. Holy shit, Howie Roseman is a god. Here's the issue, is that 4 years after the deal, it still has cap hits. The 4 years after the Jalen Hurts deal, it'll be 35 mil, 26.8 mil, 16.9 mil, and 7.9
And that's
mil.
even if they cut him before that, he's still getting paid that.
Right. Well, sort of. Dead cap works in different ways.
You're right.
Sorry for moving the mic around. I was looking at the screen. I just wanted to make sure that I kept talking to you guys. So that's where we run into weird problems. Is it's what do you want to have? And I know you're going to get into your stats here soon. Sorry, I've kind of hijacked you a little bit.
I'm listening.
But I think it's very interesting the different approaches we've seen to this. Yes, Lamar Jackson has huge cap hits, right?
Right.
That could technically cripple them, or he could certainly restructure like Mahomes has done. Mahomes has restructured. He spread it out. Well, Jalen Hurts has already restructured his deal and spread it out. There is not much more spreading out they can do. And if Jalen Hurts is bad, you fuck yourself for
10 years.
8. You're going to be paying this Jalen Hurts contract for 10 years or 9 years, right?
9 years, yeah.
2032. So yeah, no, 10 years total, right? Or no, is it 9?
No, it's 10. It's 10 years, yeah.
6, yeah. 10 years total that they're paying this Jalen Hurts deal. That's 5 years. 5 years. So even if he's bad for these 5 years, you still got to pay him for 10. And so
They might do if any of these quarterbacks are bad, they'll probably just go the mega restructure Bobby Bonilla route, where it's like $1 million per year for 40 years.
but baseball doesn't have a cap hit.
That's true.
People would be even more mad about the Bobby Bonilla deal if there was a cap in baseball.
True.
I could not imagine if you were paying, if they cut Jalen Hurts tomorrow and you were paying Jalen Hurts $5 million or $10 million for the next 10 years, you'd be pissed off.
That would be, you'd pay for 50 years.
Yes.
$5 million for 50 years.
Right. So people are like, oh, it's only 5 years for Jalen Hurts' contract. It's only 5 years for the Lamar Jackson contract. Jalen Hurts is a 10-year gamble. He's the same length of time as a gamble for Mahomes. But it's a 5-year contract. And that's not counting the cap hits that are going to have to come on his future contract. So for all the people that are like, it's cap magic. Yeah, the cap magic is that they're betting on their quarterback now. But in 4 years or 5 years from now, they're not going to be able to sign anybody. And they're going to hope that they got their Super Bowls done and that it's over. I think it's almost a testament to worrying about Jalen Hurts' durability that they only signed him for 5 years and that they've spread out his deal over this amount of time because they said, you know what? The Rams won their Super Bowl, and then they returned to irrelevancy, and nobody cares about their terrible cap situation and stuff like that because they won that Super Bowl.
And
everybody says, well, at least they won it. And I think that's what's going on with Jalen Hurts here as well.
Well, and then there's always the only team that has really not had a Super Bowl hangover in the last 6-7 years in terms of a team that lost the Super Bowl is the Kansas City Chiefs. Think about it.
Although we still didn't go to the Super Bowl the next year.
Well, think about
it. Lost.
So Eagles won in 2018. The loser was the Patriots.
Patriots won the next year.
No, they did not.
Yeah, they did.
2019?
Yes.
Oh, wait, that was the fucking Rams year. I keep forgetting. Well, okay.
After that, though.
Tom Brady's Patriots and Patrick Mahomes' Chiefs. Mm-hmm. So other than that,
the two GOATs.
Niners. Niners were bottom of their division next season?
I don't think bottom. But
they were
close. They were bad.
They were not as good as they were.
They had issues.
So then the next season was the Chiefs anomaly.
We got all the way back to the AFC Championship game, but did not make it to the Super Bowl, which has become the standard.
I guess the Bengals lost the Super Bowl and made the AFC Championship again.
Exactly. They've been done all right.
Maybe this analogy is fucking terrible and I should shut my mouth.
Maybe I've barked up the wrong tree. Well, if it isn't the action of my own consequences.
Consequences of my own actions?
Shut the fuck up. God damn it.
But that's not what I want to talk about, Truman.
Yes.
What I want to talk about today is we've compiled some stats here.
Yes, so
as we well know, thanks to Mike Florio. By the way, if you haven't seen Mike Florio's unhinged rant about top 10 quarterback salaries and how Patrick Mahomes is probably going to be outside of the top 10.
I have not seen this.
You haven't seen it? You have to watch it. Okay, so just look up Mike Florio Mahomes contract. You have to watch it. I can't believe you haven't seen it.
All right, I'll watch it eventually.
But anyway, so that's why I think this contract thing is
DM to me on Twitter.
Because it's just a YouTube video.
Text me the YouTube video.
You could just look up Patrick Mahomes contract.
Hold my nuts, Owen. I'm busy. I'm a busy guy.
Anyway, so we looked up all the quarterbacks that currently are paid more per year than Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen.
And Josh Allen.
Because
is
Josh
the next
Allen
one.
is, a very good quarterback.
Up here.
And is paid $2 million per year on average less than Patrick Mahomes. And when we go over these contracts, I think, there's going to be some obvious trends in quarterback level. Mm-hmm. Which is why I think the Lamar Jackson contract is awful. It is terrible. It's not a good contract at all.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I think it's fine.
Pull up the Excel.
I'll pull up the Excel file.
So
I will say also I've got some
shocking.
thoughts. I've got some thoughts on your Excel file.
you can go to 2021 if you want to.
But then I gotta do all this stat. I'm not doing all this.
It's
shit
worse.
Again. I already typed in all this.
It's worse.
It's not worse. He had more passing yards in 2021.
Well, you can look that up right now, and we can put a new column in there.
He had 60 more yards per game in 2021.
What about rushing?
I'm sure he rushed for.
We'll see.
He rushed for 0.2 more yards.
That just ruined my argument. Good thing we're not including those stats.
You can include it unless I'm wrong. Then you cannot include it.
Wait, what's that star for?
He was a Pro Bowler that year.
No.
So let's see. I will say he would have had 54 more yards, which would add 1 more point to his score, which would put him from where he's going to be up into the Jalen Hurts range. So just a thought.
Anyway,
but all right, let's get
cringe.
into your
Still
Excel
cringe.
file. Oh, and tell the people what we've got here. I'll make it bigger.
Okay, so what we did is because Lamar Jackson got paid and Jalen Hurts got paid, we did all of their 2022 stats, or season 2022-2023 stats,
Yes.
and compared their total passing yards per game.
Of course.
Because, like we said, we had to do per game because some of these quarterbacks couldn't stay on the field.
Right.
Just, just a thought. Some of these quarterbacks completed full seasons, just a thought.
Okay.
But we had to do per game. Lamar only played 12 games.
Was Patrick Mahomes the only one who played 17 games?
I think
Josh Allen
I
played
think
17
Josh Allen
games.
played 17.
Jalen Hurts got hurt. Kyler Murray got hurt. Russell Wilson got hurt. Lamar Jackson got hurt. Deshaun Watson was a rapist. And Aaron Rodgers,
got hurt.
Did he
did
get
not
hurt?
play a full season. I think he played 15 games.
I think Aaron Rodgers might have played 17, but
I'm not sure. We should look this up right now live. I think he played 16 games. I think he missed one.
Aaron Rodgers played 17. God damn it.
Oh, he played 16 last
Never
year.
doubt me ever
Played
again.
16 last
Never
year.
doubt me in your fucking life.
Whatever. Doesn't matter. All you need to know is that Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are the only ones. I don't think even Joe Burrow, who hasn't gotten paid yet, played 17.
I think Joe Burrow played 17. Unless they didn't play their final. No, they definitely played their final week. So.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, that's an important leave off. We can revisit this next year. Right. But anyway, we compared their total passing yards per game, total rushing yards per game, added that into a total, and divided that by their AAV, which is their average per year contract, to determine
average annual value.
Average annual value, yes. To determine the yards per game over $1 million per year.
Yes.
So, $1 million, basically, for every yard per game they get, that number represents the millions of dollars that it's worth, which is funny.
Yes.
But there is a very clear hierarchy.
Right.
And I'm going to go bottom to top. So at 4.4 yards per game per million per year, we have Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Which is, so he's statistically the worst contract for all 9 of these players. Then Deshaun Watson. And then Lamar Jackson, the highest paid player in the league. Then Russell Wilson, then Kyler Murray, who's on here somehow, which is very funny. Then Jalen Hurts, then Josh Allen, and then Patrick Mahomes at the top. And there's a clear hierarchy in between Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes with a score of 7.35. Josh Allen with 7.33, so very close. The contracts value their yards per game very similarly. Then there is a cutoff of around 1.5 points to Jalen Hurts at 5.8. Kyler Murray at 5.5, Russell Wilson at 5.16.
Call this the mid tier. This is the mid.
Then we enter the poor tier of contracts, which is Lamar Jackson at 4.8, Deshaun Watson at 4.62, and Aaron Rodgers at 4.44.
Right.
Admittedly, Lamar did have a down year last year. However, the best ability is availability, and if you wanted to appear higher on my list, you should have played 17 games.
I will say, so when we talk about a couple of these things, it is a little unfair for us to sometimes rank these things because, we say, well, these guys are overpaid. Well, to be fair, when some of these guys got the contracts, they weren't coming off years like this. Obviously, this is, this isn't what, and like Lamar Jackson, even he just got paid. I guess he did come off of this contract. So, I mean, but Lamar Jackson is obviously really getting paid for the year before and 2 years before that where he had the MVP.
Right.
And Jalen Hurts is getting paid. He did get paid off of this last year. Patrick Mahomes got paid off of his Super Bowl winning championship
5
year.
years.
But this is a better year than he had even then, honestly.
I think his 2018 year beats everything just because of his passing.
I mean, he almost had as many passing. I
guess his last year was his best passing year. 5,205 yards, by the way.
I mean, he broke the record for most total yards in a season.
Yeah.
So, just, I mean,
it helps to break the most.
56.
It also helps that is the stat that we are comparing for
right?
this. What?
It was like 56-47?
That sounds right.
Yeah, so I guess Josh Allen really balling, huh?
Yeah, I think this is, so there's a couple takeaways here, is that I will say Lamar Jackson, which we were talking about there at the beginning. Lamar Jackson had 54 more passing yards and rushing yards the year before. So that would have put him up around the Jalen Hurts tier.
Yep.
If we were in the Jalen Hurts tier, Owen,
yeah,
would you be talking as much shit on Lamar?
Still, yes.
Are you lying?
No.
You're lying.
No. I clown Jalen Hurts' contract.
You clowning Jalen Hurts' contract?
Yeah, he got paid off of 1 year, and he's been injured several times.
He's been injured once. He might have got injured that first year, but he was taking it slow that first year too, where it could have just been the weird quarterback battle.
Oh well, yeah,
I
guess
Hurts.
other players were starting in front of him. I suppose.
So,
but I get these quarterbacks: Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. These run-first quarterbacks, man. The blueprint has been out, and by blueprint, I mean these guys will get hurt at some point in their careers. Of all the mobile quarterbacks we've seen all time, Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, they've all gotten hurt. All of them.
I got a question for you, Owen.
Yeah.
Who has the third most rushing yards on this table?
That is Josh Allen.
Joshua Allen.
And what have people been saying about him and the way that he runs?
What do they say?
They say that he will get injured eventually.
They say that he will get injured. Owen, how many times has Josh Allen really been injured?
He hasn't been injured.
Not really, no. He's not missed many games, if any, honestly.
But to be fair, he's also not running for his life like those three quarterbacks that I just mentioned.
Oh, that man fucking trucks people, dude. That man seeks out contact.
He's going to get hurt.
That's right. He seeks out contact more than the other guys.
I know. He's going to get hurt,
man. Listen, in today's world.
I'm telling you, Josh Allen will get hurt running the way he does.
Not necessarily. You can't tell me that if he's been in the league for 5 or 6 years. Sorry, this is why we get for recording so late because of Grub Buds. We're yawning all over the place.
You're yawning off my
yawns.
I'm not wishing for an injury or predicting an injury.
What he's saying is he.
But the numbers
hopes
say
Lamar Jackson gets in a fiery car crash.
No, that is not what I said at all.
Again, what I said racism, right? Yeah. But just kidding.
These quarterbacks, man, they're going to get hurt.
I know. No, but I don't know. Kyler Murray tore his ACL, but you know who also tore his ACL?
Who?
LeBron James. No, I don't think that's but Tom Brady. Tom Brady tore his ACL.
That's true.
Maybe one of the least mobile quarterbacks of all time tore his ACL. ACLs are freak injuries.
I mean, that one dude did tear his ACL by celebrating.
Yes, right. Lamar Jackson's had he has got taken some shots to the legs these past couple of years. That's what's been, but. He's a really shifty guy. Do you know how Lamar Jackson's gotten hurt? Do you know where he got hurt?
In the pocket?
In the pocket. That's where he got hurt. So I just...
It was weird stuff.
At times I resent the... Well, mobile guys who run will have to get in trouble. They're going to get in trouble.
Lamar Jackson, 64 yards per game on the ground last year. That is just crazy, man. That is truly a crazy
I wouldn't have thought that he outrushed Jalen Hurts in yards per game, but he did. By 13 more.
That is a wild stat.
It is wild.
If you would have told me that Lamar Jackson almost doubled Kyler Murray, I would have called you insane.
I just would have thought that Kyler Murray had more. Honestly, yeah. I'm so sorry about the yawning today. I don't know why I'm so tired. But
it's wild.
Yeah.
Clear tier. The Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen contract, in terms of our arbitrary stats, are the best contracts for these quarterbacks.
Yeah. It does help that Mahomes broke the record for total yards this year.
Obviously.
But, you know.
We could compare previous years.
Well, are you sure? Are you sure you want to?
I'm down to look at previous years.
I mean, we talked about Patrick Mahomes' 2021 year earlier. Patrick Mahomes had a bad year that year, right?
But he also got injured.
Not in 2021. Right?
2021? Oh, right.
He was just kind of weird.
An off
year.
He had
that weird year.
An off year of 4,839 yards in the air. Damn.
284. He was 20 yards less. I mean, it moves him below Josh Allen. It moves him...
no, it doesn't. He's still the top.
20 yards less?
Oh, for total?
Total, yeah.
I thought that was... No, that was just passing 284.
Yeah, I'm sure he didn't rush for 20 more yards. Yeah, he rushed for 1 more yard. 19 more. So Josh Allen moves past him in total, which means that he definitely moves past him because Josh Allen's getting paid less.
Hey,
I mean, so
shout out the Bills.
But you take Mahomes under that 7 mark, and you take Lamar Jackson's, better year in 2021, which wasn't even his MVP year. He moves up in the 5.8 tier.
And Patrick Mahomes still
getting a little closer.
Still full point.
It helps.
Still pull yard per game per million per year.
I'm just saying it helps to be cherry picking stats when the guy that you're cheering for happens to have the best year of any quarterback ever in total yards.
Yeah, well, if Lamar Jackson
and then Lamar Jackson happens to have his worst season that he's had as a pro.
If Lamar Jackson wants to start a podcast and call me out and do some stats about Owen's wrong takes per podcast per year, he can dish those out.
If there's anybody that I feel like I could at on Twitter, and they might respond to my hating comments, it would be Lamar Jackson. So,
just
Lamar Jackson's about to fucking record a video.
At Lamar Heisman, he'll probably respond.
Yeah, I'm gonna add them both. I'm just letting you know. So one of them's gonna respond.
Well, that'll get Lamar Heisman going because if you add him and Lamar,
one of the Bustle with the Boys guys from Barstool quote tweeted me the other day. I was like, "What the fuck happened there?" I was like, "Damn, I didn't know."
He was pretty wrong if I remember correct too.
Yeah, he was hating on Kelsey beer luging.
Oh yeah,
and
disrespectful like, to the sport.
This is gonna curse them. And then I screenshot it. It was a tweet from him. It was actually a screenshot that I saw in the replies, and I quote tweeted, which no stolen valor, no free clout. But it was he quote like before the season he was like, who's not gonna make the playoffs? The Kansas City Chiefs, and then they went on to win the Super Bowl. So, and he was like, this is photoshopped, which is funny. That's a funny comment.
That was funny. Funny. Credit to him for being funny.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this is all we got into a lot about AAV and whatnot. So
basically, what I'm trying to say is that
monkey.
Mahomes' contract is almost double the worth of Aaron Rodgers' contract
per year right now. Yes,
per yard, per game, per million, per year, Truman.
Yes, thank you. Yes, as we all know, the gods here.
Yards per games, per millions, per year.
Yes, per years. That's very Canadian of you. Okay.
Yeah.
But the question that I have for you, real quick, before we wrap up this.
One Mahomes million is worth 7.35 yards.
Has Mahomes paid off his $450 million contract? I know the answer is probably no.
No, because... Get kind of specific on you. Because
Pacific?
Because Patrick Mahomes' contract started last year.
Right.
That was the first year of his tenure.
And he won a Super Bowl. I mean, listen, all these guys...
Yeah.
Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson. Sorry, not Russell Wilson.
Not Russell Wilson.
Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson.
Well, no, all of them. None of them have won a Super Bowl on their current contract.
Right.
None of them.
They're all getting paid $250 million. I mean, there is $1 billion worth of contracts on. There's probably $2 billion worth of contracts on here that have resulted in 0 Super Bowl championships.
Yeah. I mean, once again,
we paid $500 million.
We're talking about year one on these contracts for almost every single one, and Lamar Jackson not even on the list because his contract starts next.
Right, but there's $2 billion worth of contracts on this list that does not lead up to a Super Bowl championship. Mahomes, in his first year of his $450 million contract, has won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
So the question has he paid off? Can we be upset? Can you be upset?
No.
It's like
I mean, we can't be upset, but I'm also not satisfied yet.
It's like I'm not mad about the Frank Clark deal. Frank Clark won 2 Super Bowls. Great job. He did it. Tyrann Mathieu, not mad about that deal. He won a Super Bowl.
We can talk about the Frank Clark stuff later also as well.
Maybe. Maybe next episode. But all that happened. It's just, how many more Super Bowls does he have to win?
At least one.
At least one more?
At least one. For $450 million, and like you said, $45 million a year on average cap hit for 10 years.
I guess you'd probably pay all these guys in the $200 million to $250 million range, hoping they'll win 1 Super Bowl at least. To be fair, a lot of those guys got in 4 or 5 year deals, and they already didn't win it 1 year. At least 1 or 2 years of that deal.
I mean,
so I would say Patrick Mahomes has to win 1 more Super Bowl. If he wins 1 more Super Bowl on this contract, great job.
Chiefs move up into number 3 all time in terms of Super Bowls won.
And Mahomes would have won 3 Super Bowls in his first 10 years.
Nobody's won 5, right? I think there are a couple teams.
Plenty of people. The Steelers have won 6.
Yeah, no, but nobody has won specifically 5. Like the Steelers and Pats have 6. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's any team sitting on 5 right now.
49ers might be at 5.
I think they're at 4.
The Cowboys are at 4, right?
I'm looking this up.
All right. Well, you do. So, I just wonder how far away we are from being fine with the Patrick Mahomes deal. Because me personally, I'm pretty damn close. After just 1 year, 1 MVP, I feel, winning.
Oh, you're right. Cowboys and Niners are on 5.
Oh, they're both on 5.
Yes.
I didn't think they were both.
So, Patriots,
I didn't know
Steelers.
they were chill like that.
Patriots have been to the most all time at 11.
Who has lost the most Super Bowls? Do you know that?
The Broncos.
The Broncos.
They have lost 6, I believe.
Yes.
No, wait, no. They're tied with the Patriots at 5.
Yeah, because the Patriots were fucking dog ass for a while in their Super Bowls.
Well, the Bills have lost 4.
Yeah, they've lost 4, and the Bengals have lost 3, I think.
Bengals have lost 3, yes. 0-3 in Super Bowls. Yikes.
Couldn't be me.
Yikes.
Rather be 3-2 in Super Bowls.
Yeah, okay. So, with the Super Bowl win, the Chiefs are now tied with the Commanders and the Raiders and the Broncos.
Raiders.
So sweet. Broncos fans can never talk to me again. Very cool. Mm-hmm. Very cool. Very cool.
Not unless they win it this
And
year.
then the Giants and Packers have won 4. And the Niners and Cowboys have won 5. So in terms of championships, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams better all time than the Chiefs. That is including all of the 3-win teams, the Commanders, Raiders, and Broncos, because they won their Super Bowls before us. So the Chiefs are technically at the bottom of the 3-win teams.
Interesting. I'm intrigued.
But yeah, so Patrick Mahomes gets another Super Bowl, and the Chiefs move into top, realistically, in terms of recency, right?
Right.
Top 5 franchises all time? Assuming that the Giants and Packers don't also win one?
Right. Yeah.
Top 5 franchises all time. If Patrick Mahomes
at least top 10.
what's another one?
Which is crazy because that
And he'll
means
have
that
3.
Patrick Mahomes will be a top 5. We'll consider ourselves a top 5 franchise all time, and because we've won 4 Super Bowls and 3 of those were Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. I think he needs to win.
He's going to win. And listen, I think he needs to win 1 more to pay off his contract, and I think he's going to win 2 or 3 more on this contract.
He wants to win 8 Super Bowls.
Yeah, and I think he could win 8
because
Super Bowls.
he can't end on 7 because then Tom Brady has a tiebreaker.
Gotta keep chasing. Yeah, gotta keep chasing.
But I also don't want Patrick Mahomes to get into the not 1, not 2, not 3 zone.
I don't care. With a lot of things, I've stopped being superstitious. I'm done.
What?
Listen, you can
clip it.
You can get talk shit, talk tit,
Talk shit, talk tit.
Talk
Yeah,
shit,
that's right,
get
as
hit,
they say.
and whatnot. And I'll, it's gonna bite me in the ass a couple times. I'm clowning Bengals fans all the time. I'm no longer taking shit from Bengals fans. I do not have to answer to you.
We
guys.
did have to endure a year of abuse from Bengals fans.
Really upsetting. Wow, really upsetting that you guys are 3-1 against us. I wonder how many Super Bowls that resulted
It actually set a
in.
new record because the Bills fans clowned us week 3 of 2021 on, and then 13 seconds.
It was really good that they won their Super Bowl in, was that week 15? Again?
Well, it was earlier than that.
Well, or that they won their Super Bowl last year in the AFC Championship game. I mean, that's good. You guys could add that to your total for sure. I mean, that would at least get you off that 0.
You're talking about Bengals.
Yeah. The Bengals won their Super Bowl in the AFC Championship game last year.
Yeah.
Sucks they didn't win the actual Super Bowl right after that.
I still can't believe the game before that was the 13 seconds.
I know. Yeah.
That is just
one of the bigger letdowns.
In the divisional.
But we talked about Mahomes had a weird year that he was in a weird headspace that year.
He was in a weird space for half balling, half falling.
Yeah. He really was. He got into world beater Mahomes, is what I called him.
Yeah, no, that is good. That's because that was the 49ers interception. Or I mean, not the
Commanders one.
Yes,
where he fucking like fumbled the ball and then he like jump shot,
so bad.
two-handed throw. That's one of the worst plays. We'll leave you with this. This man is worth. For the record, the play that we're about to show you,
and
this man is
worth
$450 million. Yes, and they won this game. Yeah, let's see. Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes' terrible interception. Search terrible.
Commanders interception.
So we threw 2 that game, if I remember correctly.
It'll be fine. I think it'll.
Damn, man, people are making so many YouTube videos of all of Patrick Mahomes and his interceptions.
All right, here we go. We can find it here. Oh my God! I can't believe this fucking game. I can't believe we lost to the fucking Ravens in that game.
That was terrible.
Sorry,
well, and don't forget the Chargers tip interceptions off of Marcus Kemp.
Oh my God! Yeah, where people were like, that counts. A couple of these went off like Tyreek Hill's hands. That was a bad one.
Yeah, that sucked.
That one was terrible.
Well, we beat the Eagles here. The Eagles just started to be good. Tipped.
Tipped to the line.
Tipped.
Tyreek Hill. Pick 6. Love that.
So many tips.
Man. Ended the game. That one basically ended the game. And that was right after they had the weird holding call.
Yep.
After we had a big old gain.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, and this one was fucking. Oh my God, this one.
Which one was this one? Oh, that was the tip of the line.
Yeah, $150 million.
That man is worth 7.35 yards per million per year.
This clip is 5 seconds long. He got paid $1 million in that 5 seconds. It's not true, but.
He tried to throw it and lost the handle on the ball while throwing it. That was against the football team. That wasn't even against the Commanders.
No, it was against, that's right. Oh, which is probably why it's not showing up. Because it's the Washington football team. You're right. That's a good point. I wish I would have remembered that. So there you go. Let's leave you with that. Oh, and real quick, top 5 NFL teams that you cheer for that are not the Chiefs.
No.
Yeah. Come on. Come on.
Cheer for that aren't
or we can do top 5 NHL teams that you'd like to see win the cup that are remaining in the playoffs.
Aren't there only 4 teams left?
There's 8 teams left right now.
What? Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
There won't be 8 teams for long, as one of them is about to get eliminated and swept.
Lol. I wonder who it is. Ha, nerds.
What?
The Leafs.
No, it showed me.
The Leafs are about to get eliminated.
They are about to get eliminated, but it showed me cricket there for a minute, and I was like, what?
Hey, turn that shit back on.
Cricket podcast, what?
Dude, I would love to talk about cricket.
Cricket is fun.
Listen, do not fucking
But
tempt
also,
me with
do not let baseball players find out about cricket.
What?
If baseball players found out about cricket, it would just ruin the sport.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Not true.
All the videos I've seen of baseball players hitting off of a cricket bowler, like just dinger, 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 dinger. They just cannot stop.
Yes, so do
bashing
cricket players, man.
Off of baseball?
Yeah, because do you know where baseball players would fail?
Where?
Do you ever seen somebody catch a cricket ball? Do you know how they do it?
With their hands.
With their hands.
Well, I'm just saying that it would matter because the score would be like 500.
They also can hit it 360 degrees.
That's why baseball players would be so good at it.
No, they
Imagine
would not.
fouling off a ball, except it's a dinger.
It's not. It's a totally different thing. No, I refuse to. It's probably when a cricket bowler has to pitch. Is that when you're not watching them?
You have to bounce
you're
off
not
the floor.
watching them throw that fucking spin that bounces off the ground. Do not fucking talk to me about cricket play. No, this is where I draw the line on your pro-America bias. I will not stand for you trying to say
most of the league is from Venezuela.
Shut the fuck up. That I will not. That baseball players will be great cricket players. Cricket players are better.
I'm getting all I'm getting from this is that Truman hates Latin Americans, because more than half the league is from Latin America. So.
Oh my God! All right, okay, all
Was
right.
that Truman? You hate Colombians? Hello? I'll be faxing them.
Oh really? Did you have a Colombian best friend growing up? I didn't think so. Racist.
Did you have a Colombian best friend growing up?
I had a pretty good one, yeah.
Oh well, when are you gonna tell him that you hate him?
He knows. Deep down. Okay. Oh, and top 5 NHL teams remaining that you would like to see win. There's a clear number 1, I think, for
I
both-
think there is a
both
clear
of us.
number 1 for us.
And I think that's where we would have ended up with the NHL team or with the NFL teams also, is just kind of voting for the friends that are or the teams that our friends cheer
Okay,
for.
I got my 5.
Fair enough. All right, I got my 5 as well.
'Kay.
You want to go first?
Yep.
All right.
Number 5, Vegas.
Vegas?
Yep. Still a lot of bandwagon fans out there. I don't really want them to win that much, but I'm not allowing Toronto to win, and I'm definitely not allowing Carolina or New Jersey to win.
Fair.
So they are the 3 left out of my top 5.
Oh, I forgot about that other team.
Yeah. So number 5, Vegas. I don't like bandwagons, and I got a good old pop culture minute for you. Number 4, Dallas. I like the Stars. They're a fun team to watch. They got good jerseys.
Yep.
I don't think they are leading right now, but I'm not sure if they're going to survive. Number 3, the Oilers. The Oilers have won a couple Stanley Cups.
But it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
And it'd be like watching Mike Trout finally get to win a World Series.
It's kind of like watching the Islanders, honestly.
No, it's not. Watching Connor McDavid is nothing like watching. I mean, he is indescribable in words.
But Matthew Barzal's Truman.
Matthew
super
Barzal
kid.
could not hold
the
a.
super kid.
I'm sorry, he could not hold a candle to
Connor McDavid is absolutely incredible.
Connor McDavid is one of the best, probably top 5 hockey players we've ever seen in our life,
That's true.
or ever, honestly.
That's true. I mean, yeah, you got fucking Ovechkin. Probably Sidney Crosby's in there. Connor McDavid, obviously.
Wayne Gretzky.
Well, not in our lifetime.
Well, I mean, yeah. I guess our lifetime. I really meant to say all time.
Oh. He's definitely making an argument. Obviously, he's got to continue to be really good because he's still really young.
Right, but he's already captain.
Right.
And he is only by the way, a month older than.
Yeah, he's like 26, yeah.
Yeah, he's like our age.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Matthew Barzal is younger than us, which really upsets me. He's younger than me and you. Mm-hmm. But what really upsets me is Connor McDavid's only born in January
he's
of
insane.
97.
He's insane.
Oh my god.
Okay, but yeah, moving on. The Oilers. It would be cool to see Connor McDavid finally drag his carcass of a team that he's been dragging.
Again, it's like seeing
4
Mike
years.
Trout win.
Yeah,
It would
exactly.
be great.
Number 2, the Kraken. This is once again. You might ask Owen, but you put Vegas so low because of the bandwagon fans. People don't like to cheer for Seattle teams, so I really don't feel like there's that many bandwagons. I haven't met that many,
And they were terrible their first year.
and they were terrible there.
Vegas went to the Cup their first year.
Right, exactly.
So
So the Kraken number
a lot
2,
of teams
and
do.
mainly based off of jersey and logo design, they really popped off when they made the jerseys and logo for the Kraken.
Vegas or the Kraken?
The Kraken.
the Vegas jerseys are better.
They're not.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
And number 1,
Yeah,
come
they are.
on, shout out young Aaron. It's the Ice Cats.
Young Aaron, Lil Aaron.
But yeah, Panthers is number 1.
Yep.
So this would be fun, and especially they're toppling Giants right now. The Leafs were a favorite this year, and they already beat the favorite.
Yeah, they beat the Bruins in overtime of Game 7.
Yeah. So it would be very exciting for them to have beaten the best team in the
And
competition.
they're up 3-0 on the Leafs.
They're looking strong, man. They're looking strong.
They're going to sweep the Leafs in Toronto.
Yeah, it was wild. So yeah, Vegas, Dallas, Oilers, Seattle, Ice Cats.
It's true. Fair enough. All right, we have some of top 5s. I actually put the Leafs at number 5 because I forgot about the Stars. I really don't care about the Stars, and you can't make me care about the Stars.
I just thought the jerseys were cool.
It would be fun to see the Leafs win a cup. Mostly I'm saying this because I know they aren't going to win because they're down 3-0 and they ain't making out.
Damn, shame.
Number 4, Vegas. This is where I put Vegas. I like Vegas.
Fine.
And mostly because I have Sharks friends that I like to clown who hate Vegas, so I love Vegas. And Vegas going to the Stanley Cup in their first year was cool, no matter what you say. I don't care. Number 3 is the Oilers. Again, it's like seeing Mike Trout finally get to win a World Series. But, obviously Connor McDavid is younger, but, he's been at it. He's been in the playoffs every year, unlike Mike Trout.
Speaking of that, quick aside, I saw the most Angels stat line ever the other day. It was Mike Trout 3 for 5 with 2 RBI and a home run. Shohei Ohtani 3 for 5 with an RBI and a home run. Angels lose 6-5.
Oh, they got tungsten armo doiled. Oh no. But yeah, the Oilers. See, the fact that Mike Trout's only been to the playoffs once
It's insane. And he got swept by the Royals.
Yes. Somebody said, fuck it, Mike Trout postseason highlights earlier, and it was him hitting a home run in Game 3. And that was it.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's fair. But somebody sent that to me because it was the Royal Stadium. I was like, haha. Number 2, the Kraken.
Yep.
And I'm not as big on like the feel-good story of the Kraken. I don't care about the Kraken. You can't make me care about the Kraken.
Sure.
I'm anti-Seattle sports. Fuck them. You know? I'm glad the Supersonics left. Fuck them.
They didn't treat that team well.
Number 1, the Panthers. It would be fun to have Aaron on here going crazy that the Panthers won Stanley Cup. But at the same time, I kind of hope they don't.
Damn, you know what we kind of screwed up? We should have done top 5 trophies in sports.
Well, there's only really 4 or 5, honestly.
What do you mean?
And you can't make me put the Premier League or the Champions League trophy on my top 5.
They are good trophies.
Trash.
You're tripping.
They are trash. What would you put as your number 1? Stanley Cup?
It's between Stanley Cup and Premier League trophy.
Oh, my God.
Have you seen the Premier League trophy?
Dude, why don't you go to King Charles's coronation? Fucking.
What? 4 American trophies wasn't good enough for you?
Nope. Put the MLS trophy in there.
No. You're insane. Is the Wimbledon gigantic plate not on the list for you?
Oh, that one's a good one, too.
Yeah, I know it is.
That
one's British, too.
I have a hot take. I know everybody loves the Stanley Cup. The reason everybody loves the Stanley Cup is everything that people do with the Stanley Cup. The trophy itself is fine. It's fun that it's a big cup. But
It's pretty cool that it has all the teams that have ever won it on there, though.
That is true. That is cool. What I find very funny is what I think actually low-key could be the best trophy. The NBA Finals. I mean, that's a fucking cool-ass trophy.
I was going to counter with the MLB, the flags.
The flags are cool.
I believe it's called the Commissioner's Trophy.
That one is cool as well.
Pretty cool.
But the ball like rolling into the basket on the NBA one, hot take. That's a cool trophy.
I don't think it's that hot of a take. The NBA trophy's pretty good.
But nobody ever puts it at the
Truman,
top one. You
the champions. Champions League trophy?
Don't care.
What about the World Cup trophy? All the hands reaching up and grabbing the globe?
Don't care.
You don't like the World Cup trophy?
World Cup trophy's kind of cool.
It's hands like holding the globe. Truman's scared of low-scoring games. His ADHD is so shit that he has to watch cricket in order to feel enjoyment.
I'm a xenophobe.
Truman's games need to be 212 to 189 for him to enjoy them.
It's true. Thank you. All right,
and they
Owen.
need to go over 3 days because that's what cricket
Oh,
games
and you had a pop culture minute?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Before you do that. Hey, big shout out our Patreon members.
Oh, yes.
Patreon.com/OpenDisaster if you guys want to join. Big shout out Aaron, Skylar, Joe. Meltbox Kansas City, now open in the Iron District. Honestly, go check them out. I'm super excited to go. I haven't been up there in a bit. I need to go up there and go give me a Melt Monster. And Dylan.
Yep.
Thank you.
But as you guys all well know, I'm a professional hater.
Oh.
And Truman actually kind of outed me on this because I was texting him. I sent him a whole string of texts about Lamar after I did my quick stat crunch.
Begging me to, can I please, please hate on Lamar?
Truman actually rules over this podcast like a dictator.
All right, dude.
So
okay, I'll show you a dictator.
Hey, Denny's new item.
The dictators.
But yeah, rest in the piss to all Leicester quotes fans. Rest in piss to all you bozos. Your team's getting relegated. You're not even going to ever hear about them again.
Is that locked in?
Almost certainly, yeah. Look at the Premier League table.
You can't make me.
They lost today, or yesterday, I believe. But they are in the rest in piss bozo zone.
I mean, all it
with
takes
30
is them
points,
to win one game.
Well, yeah, but
Everton getting relegated would be insane.
Everton actually just recently won today to take them out of the relegation zone. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, and Leeds USA, unfortunately, looking like they're getting relegated. But go ahead and Truman, go to Leicester. What? Go to the standings, click on Leicester.
Oh, Leeds.
And let's see their remaining fixtures. I believe they have 3 games left. Yeah. Liverpool, Newcastle, West Ham. Rest in piss.
West Ham's bad. West Ham could get relegated still, technically. No, I don't think they could.
No.
Southampton's almost out.
Yeah, they're donezo. They're donezo.
Southampton. But
still technically not.
They could definitely be West Ham. West Ham is.
Yes, but do you think that Everton is not going to take any more points? Because Everton gets 1 more point. They have tiebreaker. And Everton has Wolves and Bournemouth left to play.
Wolves are bad. And Everton.
And Man City's terrible as we all. Oh, wait. They're anyway. But yeah, rest in piss to Leicester fans. I hope they get relegated. I never want to hear about Leicester ever again.
What's your fucking issue with that?
Because no one is actually a Leicester fan. No one has ever watched a single game.
Well, the people from Leicester probably are.
Yeah. Okay. If you live in Leicester,
Is it? Oh, I know what it is.
it's Tyler Lee. It is Tyler Lee.
It's that they have more trophies than
No,
Tottenham
they do not have more
since
trophies.
we've been alive.
They do not. Tottenham have 26 trophies.
Since we've been alive. Have they won the Premier League since we've been alive?
No. We have won more trophies than them since we've been alive.
What did you guys win? The FA Cup?
That was the League Cup.
Yeah. Oh, did you?
I hate you right now. If you could, I just challenge Leicester City quote fans to name one player on the team, because if you say fucking Mane or Conte, they're both off the team. So not Mane. Mane was never on the team. I meant Conte. But Conte's in Chelsea now. Well, they're also resting in piss. I believe Chelsea's in like fucking 11th, by the way.
Owen, would you trade the Spurs getting relegated 5 years later to win a Premier League?
No, relegation is terrible. Well, Newcastle did get relegated a couple years ago.
But then you'd win a trophy.
Tottenham have won trophies before.
Yeah, but trophies that matter. You'd win a trophy that matters.
They've won trophies that matter before.
Since we've been alive.
Well, Truman, it just follows the blueprint of all of my teams pre 2019, pre 2015, all good in the 80s.
Yikers, Owen. Hey, at least Man City's going to beat Arsenal. Can we
yes,
fucking, can we
absolutely.
Get a hell yeah now?
Ha.
Thank God. Fuck you, Framps.
Fuck you, Gooners. Get out of here.
Yes.
Yeah, all that talking mid-season was real funny now. Guess who bottled it? Losers.
Well, they're still going to be playing on Tuesdays, so.
Well, you mean on
Tuesdays
Wednesdays.
And Wednesdays. I thought they played both days, don't they?
Well, it's mainly Wednesdays.
Okay, well, they're going to be playing on Wednesdays.
The joke
Tottenham's going to be resting up and getting healthy.
They might be playing on Thursdays. You never know. So the only reason there's not a second second orange thing and a green thing is because we still don't know who's won the Europa League.
Oh, why is it?
Because one of the teams in the top there is in contention for the Europa League. So the way it works is if you win the Europa League, you automatically qualify for Champions League next year.
Oh.
And there's, I believe, Man United is in the running for the Europa League.
So does that mean if they win the Europa League,
if they win,
then the Liverpool also gets to go to the Champions League?
No. So, well, maybe. But yeah, it looks like as of right now, it's most likely going to be 5th and 6th place go to Europa League.
Oh, okay.
And then 7th is to the Europa Conference League.
But they
can't
Europa
put any
Conference League. Oh,
yeah, the Europa
wow,
Conference
that'd be
League's
nice. Dude, imagine adding that trophy to this.
See, that's the worst thing.
That's
That's what all the Tottenham podcasts are talking about right now. Because if Tottenham win, it's a lose-lose situation. Either you get knocked out of the Conference League and you're like, oh, you got knocked out of the Conference League, or you win the Conference League and you're like, oh, nice one, dude. It's terrible. Being a Tottenham fan is only pain. Okay, so shut up, Leicester fans. Rest in piss. Get relegated.
All right, that's a weird
fucking relegated Leicester fans.
Anti-soccer rant for everybody that tunes in. I know everybody tunes in and says, dude, I sure hope they talk about Leicester City getting relegated today.
Yeah, this is for you, Tyler Lee. You're not a Leicester fan. Stop it.
Tyler Lee, famous listener of the podcast. Hey, we appreciate everybody for hanging out here. Hey, again, I've been Truman, the Steam Machine Steen. Follow me, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, everything. Steam Machine. Follow Owen. Owen Gosh Dahm on Twitter. OC Dahm on Instagram.
Yeah.
Follow his Instagram. He'd be posting crazy stuff over there.
I'd be posting thirst traps.
Adam on Facebook. Owen Dahm. We appreciate you guys. Hey, Open Disaster Productions on YouTube.
Actually, link me on LinkedIn.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Link me on LinkedIn.
Hey, rate, comment, share. No way Owen has a LinkedIn. All right, we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week. See ya. Hey, big shout again, Chandler ! For the music. Wow. Chandler ! For the music. Wow. Go.